Hello, my name is Darren Thomas and I am the Director of Educational Research Techniques. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to add rational expressions. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to do this. So a rational expression, as you already know, is P over Q. Now in this video in particular, we're going to be looking at when they have the same denominator. And so the general formula is slightly different. Now, the general formula is when you have P over R plus Q over R. That is when you can, of course, add across, and you end up with, of course, P plus Q over R. And, you might have to do some factoring in order to simplify things, especially when you start combining the stuff in the numerator. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works out right now. So let's go ahead and just remove this and take a look at this. So our example here is going to be 9x plus 14 over x plus 7 plus x squared over x plus 7. So the first thing we want to do is we just want to combine what we have here, if you will, and what we have here. And so we end up with the following: x squared plus 9x plus 14 over x plus 7. Now what we need to do now is that we need to, of course, see if we can factor this right here. So if we use the AC method, a dot c, when you multiply whatever the factors are, you'll get 14, because x squared has a 1 basically in front of it. 1 times 14 is 14. And then when you add the two, whatever the two factors are, it should come out to 9. So as I look at this, the easiest thing I can think of would be 7, the number 7, and the number 2. That kind of deals with it. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 plus 2 is 9. So what happens is that essentially our numerator is going to be as follows: x squared plus 7x plus 14, plus 2x plus 14. And so that'll, of course, be over x over 7. I'll write that in a second. So let's go ahead and group our terms. So we'll group this. I'll put the 2 on the outside. I'll get x plus 7. That should look familiar. And then I'll group these right here. And then I put the 7 on the outside, like so. And I should get, excuse me. I put the x on the outside. I'm sorry about that. And I should get x plus 7 like this, like so. And so our refined numerator, if you will, if we had to show you what it is, it'll be x plus 2 in parentheses, and then next to that will be x plus 7, and of course in the denominator we had x plus 7, and you know what's going to cancel out here probably. We're going to cancel out these two, and so that leaves us with the following as our answer, if you will: x plus 2, and we're done. So again, there's not a whole lot happening here. We're just building on what we already know. What made this really simple was when we had the same denominator. Of course, in a future video, we'll talk about when you have different denominators and using the least common denominator to kind of deal with that. But for this video, it's very simplistic. You combine the terms, add them together, if you will, and then you, of course, factor them to see if you can simplify it as much as possible. But let me go ahead and try to back up from the beginning and try to explain what happened in this video. In this video, we took a look at how to add rational expressions that have the same denominator. And so basically all you do simply is you combine the terms, combine like terms, or as much as you can. And so here we had 9x plus 14 over x plus 7, and we added to x squared over x plus 7. We essentially just add all this stuff up together here. So we ended up with x squared plus 9x plus 14. That's just adding up all the numerator terms, if you will, to make a polynomial. And we add x plus 7, of course, in the denominator. And so the next thing that we did was we had to try to find a way to factor our numerator term here. And we did that on this slide right here using the AC method, if you would like to call it that. And once we were able to factor it, make the groups, if you will, we just crossed out the like terms and we got our final answer of x plus 2. So I hope this video was useful for you and you were able to understand and appreciate what was happening in the context of adding rational expressions. My name is Darren Thomas. I am the Director of Educational Research Techniques. Take care.